It was a sunny day in California. I had gone to my doctor to actually get a blood test that day earlier, and then I get a call to come back over. I had already had 2 mammograms. I'd had ultrasounds. I'd done genetic testing.
And what were the results of those?
Clear. Then my doctor said, there is this lifetime risk assessment test, and I took it for you, and you're at 37.3%, which puts me into the high risk. And then she said, I want you to go get an MRI. I went to go get the MRI, and that's when they said, well, we found something.
When you heard the word cancer, what went through your mind?
I mean, honestly, I just thought of my baby. Cancer takes down a lot of people, and I was just overwhelmed with thinking about my baby, but at the same time, I just had to be so clear-headed so that I could go off and fight this battle.
Actress Olivia Munn is opening up about her fight against luminal B breast cancer, a fast-growing, aggressive type of cancer she was diagnosed with in April of last year.
It's a more rare cancer that only happens to a small percentage of people who have cancer.
And what did they explain to you about your prognosis?
They said I had to be extremely aggressive, that if I was extremely aggressive, that I could fight this and win. But at the same time, once they started finding all of these little spots in my breast, like, oh, there's another tumor, there's another tumor. There was just so much, and in both breasts, that made it all so much more scary. There was such an urgency to it because we had to get in and make some really big decisions.
Within 30 days of your diagnosis, you had the double mastectomy. How are you able to process everything when it's all moving so fast?
I don't think I really processed it.
Olivia, this way, please.
For more than 15 years, Olivia has lived her life in the spotlight.
For more, we go now to Olivia Munn. She's live in the Northern Desert.
Rising to fame on Comedy Central's The Daily Show, filing satirical reports for host Jon Stewart.
This is an incredible story, Olivia, of survival.
Oh, you are not kidding. I mean, primitive conditions, tight quarters, no minibar, limited Wi-Fi at best.
Starring in shows like HBO's The Newsroom as the ambitious financial analyst and anchor Sloan Sabbath.
You know how there are tall women who don't mind dating shorter guys? I don't mind that you're dumb, and Don, I mean that.
Thank you.
And in films like X-Men Apocalypse. In 2021, the star also became a mother, giving birth to son Malcolm, who she shared with her Emmy-winning comedian partner, John Mulaney. In March, Olivia decided to reveal her diagnosis on social media.
Do it for him, do it for your baby.
Including the raw moment just before she went to surgery to remove both of her breasts.
I'm ready.
In the video, you said, I'm ready. How did you know you were ready?
I didn't. I just had to say it. You know, sometimes you just say it and hope that your body will go with it. I may not want to be in that situation. I may not know what's on the other side, but I've been given this opportunity to fight, and so here we go. But after my double mastectomy, they found a tangerine-sized section of more cancer in my breast. So, one, that's scary because you think, what else is in my body?
Following her surgery, Olivia soon started hormone suppression treatment to combat her form of cancer, but the medication took a toll.
It gave me next-level debilitating exhaustion. I was just in bed all day long. My quality of life was so minimal, and I wasn't able to be there for my baby.
Did he notice a change?
Yeah. Whenever Malcolm would come into the home, he'd run straight to my bed because that's where he knows I am. You know, if you ask him, you know, where does mommy work, he says the bed. That's what he associated with me, and that was just too difficult for me to take.
She sought help from Dr. Thais Alabadi, her OBGYN, who initially performed the risk assessment that helped lead to her cancer diagnosis.
So in Olivia's case, they started her on Lupron medication, and Lupron lowers our body's estrogen. By doing that, it gives us a lot of symptoms of menopause, from hot flashes to mood changes to vaginal dryness to fatigue. One day she came to my office and she said, I feel so sick on these medications and I'd rather take my ovaries out than be on Lupron. And that's exactly what we did.
I opted to do the hysterectomy with the ovarectomy. It's a big decision because it takes out my ovaries.
Yes.
Even though it's removing another organ, it also took away my chance of having cancer in any of those areas.
Olivia completed the surgery last month.
Almost immediately after that, my energy just came back full force. So I have so much energy today. These things are being taken away, and you don't really think about that. At least for me, I wasn't thinking about that at all while I'm going through it, because it's just, I'm fighting.
Why did you want to document this journey that you're on right now?
Because if I didn't make it, I wanted my son, when he got older, to know that I fought to be here, that I tried my best.
You're gonna make me cry.
You want the people in your life, you want the people that maybe don't understand what's going on right now to know that, like, you did everything you could to be here.
Olivia hasn't had to navigate her journey alone. John's steady by her side.
And how has it been having John there to support you?
He's honestly just the best human being. He comes to everything in life with so much compassion and understanding. But the one problem is that after I have surgery, especially like a hysterectomy, ovarectomy, he makes me laugh so much that I'm like, there's times I'm like, you have to leave the room.
Well, that's what happens when you with the funny man.
I
I mean, he's a funny guy.
And he's the best daddy. He is the best daddy.
And another very personal thing, and I know you harvested eggs.
John and I had a long talk about it. We realized that we weren't done growing our family. So right after the double mastectomy, I went through a round of egg retrieval. We really just hope that it works out for us to be able to have another baby. We just want one more. I'm not gonna ask for too much more in this life, I promise. I just want one more baby.
While Olivia's doctors say her surgeries have significantly reduced the risk of her cancer progressing, her oncologist wants to start her on a new medication to stop cancer-growing hormones elsewhere in her body.
I have been so aggressive. You know, I did everything they told me to do. I did all the big surgeries. And now I'm saying, do I have to do this extra drug? It's so tiring. It's so tired. These drugs are so tiring, and I know that I'm gonna stay aggressive. I know I'm going to do it. It just feels nonstop.
It feels nonstop.
Because it is nonstop.
How do you hope sharing your journey, your story, is going to help others out there?
Well, I really hope that this empowers women to find out their lifetime risk assessment score. And I really hope that it lets doctors know that, hey, we all know about this test. Please take it seriously.
Going through all of this, have you learned anything new about yourself?
I've learned that I'm a lot braver than I thought I was. I learned that the most important thing to me in life is my family. Everything else can go away. I don't have my career, I don't have my body the way that it looked before, but as long as the people that I love and care about are here and healthy and thriving, nothing else matters.
Mama.
Mama!